Did you know what it means to live a good life? This very question was the lifelong pursuit of one man, a man who lived over 2 millennia ago in the heart of ancient Greece, a philosopher known as Socrates. He didn't pen any books. He didn't record any lectures. His ideas, profound and revolutionary, were passed down through the ages by his diligent student Plato. Socrates' teachings have not only stood the test of time, but have become the bedrock of Western philosophy. His wisdom, his approach to life and morality, his relentless pursuit of knowledge, have all shaped the way we think, reason, and understand the world around us today. This was a man who valued knowledge above material wealth, who sought wisdom over fleeting pleasures. Socrates, a man who valued knowledge above all, has much to teach us about living a fulfilling life. Most people are oblivious to the fact that Socratic wisdom isn't just about knowing that we know nothing. It's about questioning the truths that we've widely accepted. Now, doesn't that seem paradoxical at first? Yet if we delve deeper into the heart of what the classical Greek philosopher Socrates truly believed, we'll find that questioning everything was his modus operandi. He strongly suggested that recognizing our own ignorance is the first step towards wisdom. So this isn't a call to wallow in self-doubt or discard everything we've learned. Instead, it's a plea to keep our minds open, to question, to explore, and to learn. It's a reminder that regardless of how much we think we know, there's always more to uncover. With this humility, this acceptance of our own limitations, we can fuel a lifelong pursuit of knowledge. It can stop us from becoming complacent or dogmatic, and it can maintain our curiosity and engagement with the world around us. Lesson highlights the importance of humility and open-mindedness in our incessant pursuit of knowledge. Did you know that Socrates believed that the unexamined life is not worth living? Quite an impactful statement that resonates deeply with our existence, wouldn't you agree? It implies the necessity of a journey within, a deep dive into the abyss of our own consciousness. Socrates used to hold up a mirror not just to society but also to the individual, encouraging us to critically analyze our beliefs, values, and actions. He believed life was not about aimless drifting, but about purposeful sailing, charting the vast sea of existence with the compass of. It was about question asking, about challenging, about doubting the status quo. It was about breaking free from unthinking conformity and stepping into the enlightening sphere of self-awareness. So how does this translate to us? It's a call to action, an invitation to examine our lives, question our choices, and reflect on the routes we're taking. An opportunity to engage in self-analysis and introspection. This lesson nudges us to make room for reflection on our lives and the decisions we make. Most people don't realize that for Socrates, virtue is the highest form of happiness. This statement highlights his deep understanding of what really constitutes a meaningful life. Socrates advocated the idea that authentic happiness isn't found in the accumulation of earthly riches or the pursuit of pleasure, but in a virtuous and moral life. This concept counters many of today's societies where success is frequently gauged by wealth and material possessions. However, Socrates argued that such things are transient and ultimately unfulfilling. They might offer momentary enjoyment, yes, but they don't result in enduring happiness. On the other hand, virtue, the exercise of ethical conduct, offers a profound and long-lasting sense of fulfillment. When we behave with integrity, kindness, honesty, and bravery, we align with our noblest values. We experience a sense of purpose and internal peace that wealth or pleasure can't match up to. This lesson serves as a reminder to place morality and virtue above material possessions. Did you know that Socrates cautioned against the emptiness of a hectic lifestyle? A life eaten up by chores and tasks with no space for introspection can be compared to a desolate field. It might be filled, but it doesn't produce anything genuinely substantial. Socrates, the well-known philosopher, argued that a life filled to the brim with activities was unsatisfying. He perceived busyness as a diversion, a detour from the road to wisdom and self-awareness. According to Socrates, an ideal life is a balanced one, a life in which work and obligations are offset by periods of relaxation and reflection. He held the belief that it is during these tranquil moments of deep thinking where we can genuinely connect with our inner selves, our thoughts, and the environment that surrounds us. Is during these instances, distance from the noise and chaos, that we can foster wisdom, discover satisfaction, and live a more plentiful, significant existence. This teaching prompts us to seek equilibrium and resist the pull to be swallowed up by busyness. Don't allow the frenzied pace of life to render your existence desolate. Instead, nurture a life that's abound in wisdom and satisfaction. Most people aren't aware that it was Socrates who taught us to be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. This potent quote is much more than a simple reminder. It's a rallying for empathy, understanding, and compassion in our dealings with others. Socrates' message is profound yet straightforward. It's far too common to view others through the prism of our own experiences, judging their actions based on our personal standards. However, Socrates encourages us to adjust our perspective. He nudges us to recognize that we can't entirely grasp the intricacies and magnitude of someone else's struggles. We share their experiences or see the world through their viewpoint. This isn't about absolving people of their actions' consequences. It's about acknowledging the diversity, complexity, and often the difficulty of the human experience. It's about accepting that everyone, every single person, is grappling with something, whether it's visible or hidden, voiced or silent. It's about realizing that the individual standing before you is, just like you, navigating their unique life journey. Socrates' teachings also highlight the power of kindness. Kindness can alter lives, uplift spirits, heal hearts, and bridge divides. It can deliver comfort in challenging times and instill hope in moments of despair. Kindness comes at no cost, but its worth is incalculable. Message isn't limited to extending kindness to others. It's also about showing kindness to. We are frequently our harshest critics, quick to berate ourselves for perceived failures and shortcomings. But, just like everyone else, we are battling our own struggles. To deserve empathy, understanding, and kindness, let's internalize Socrates' teachings. Let's strive to see others not as adversaries or rivals, but as fellow travelers on this journey we call life. Let's be kinder to ourselves and to those around us, because, as Socrates emphasized, we're all in this together. These teachings inspire us to practice empathy and kindness in our everyday interactions. Did you know that Socrates' philosophy offers profound insights into how we might live a good life? Throughout this video, we've explored 5 significant life lessons from the esteemed philosopher Socrates. Let's pause for a moment to recap and reflect on these pearls of wisdom. First up, the importance of humility. Socrates enlightened us with the idea that the only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. Far from promoting ignorance, this encourages persistent learning. It's about acknowledging the vast universe of unknowns and welcoming the voyage of discovery. It's a prompt to cultivate a lifelong passion for learning and an unstoppable fascination with the world around us. Secondly, Socrates encouraged us to lead a scrutinized life. He proposed that the unexamined life is not worth living, which means we need to reflect upon our deeds, our decisions, and our convictions. We ought to challenge our presuppositions and aim for self-awareness. Only through such introspection can we truly comprehend ourselves and make significant changes. Socrates championed the quest for virtue as the supreme form of happiness. Virtue in this scenario is about moral superiority. It's about endeavoring to be the best version of ourselves in terms of morality and ethics. It's about making decisions that are in line with our principles and contribute to others' welfare. Fourthly, Socrates alerted us about the emptiness of a hectic life. In our pursuit of success, we often overlook what genuinely matters. Socrates prompts us to find a balance, to make room for reflection, for relationships, for the things that bring joy and purpose to our lives. And lastly, the essentiality of kindness. Socrates quoted, "Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle." This is a plea for sympathy, for understanding that we all bear loads, we all face difficulties. While we traverse our lives, it would be beneficial to recollect Socrates' wisdom, the thirst for knowledge, the worth of introspection, the significance of virtue, the equilibrium in life, and the indispensability of kindness.